Croissant. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have got the first ever attempt at the Gauntlet. For those of you who are unaware, the Gauntlet is a competition between one player from one of the teams here competing in the Overwatch Odyssey League at 3 times stats to start initially, and they will be facing up against 7, and I repeat 7, aimbot AI. I would like to point out that in between rounds, if they succeed in completing the Gauntlet, the AI will stay just as powerful, and the player taking on the Gauntlet will receive a slight nerf to their stats in order to possibly level the playing field. If the player is successful, however, in the first game, if they lose in the first game, then the captain will have the choice to either nerf the bots by taking one of the heroes that they originally selected away from that team and replacing it with another hero of similar role, or the player can receive a nerf, a buff to their stats in order to, again, attempt to level the playing field. Right now, we are talking with the captain here as they are deciding which heroes to go up against, so bear with us for just one moment as we finalize our decisions here. Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. We have here HU Esports captain Prozac, along with one of their many competitors here, Doxic. Doxic, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I'm swell. Thank you for asking. Prozac, how about yourself?
Doing great, man.
Awesome. Alrighty, so as you guys understand the stats, we do have 2 tanks to choose, 2 damage heroes to choose, or sorry, 3 damage heroes to choose, and 2 support heroes to choose. So who would you like to see in the opposing lineup here?
What role would you like first?
We can start with tank.
Okay, tank. All right, I think we're going to try Zarya Winston.
Okay.
For support, I think we're gonna try Lucio Mercy.
Okie doke. And you've got 3 DPS to choose.
And then Widow, Hanzo, and
Okay.
then Ashe.
And Ashe. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hop out of the Discord. As you can see, we are doing a push match at Midtown. I do believe, I'm just going to double check real quick to make sure I didn't mess anything up. It is competitive rule set here, and we are doing this at Midtown. I'm going to go ahead and hop out of the Discord as the match goes underway. Prozac, you're welcome to stay in this channel as Doxic does complete it. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Alright, let's give it a shot. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I am pretty excited. I have seen the Gauntlet run a couple times myself personally, as I am the inventor, as far as I know, of this game mode. And so far, there have been a lot of tries, and you know, it's a pretty tough matchup. So I'm excited to see what Doxic can bring to the table here, as far as getting this underway. Looks like Doxic is going to run with Roadhog, which we did temporarily ban for matchups, but we are allowing here in the Gauntlet run because Roadhog versus bots, we'll just see how it happens. So I like the choice. Got some self-heals going on. We'll see what happens here. So immediately shooting that new trap here, able to get the Mercy down, which is big. Applying some pretty good pressure there is that Winston. As you can see, they are bots, so they don't necessarily have the logic, maybe that some would, but looks like they are going to go ahead and push forward here, and they are almost all on the point. Doxic is able to pop ult, getting pretty low on health there, but able to keep on trucking along. The bots do get the first tick, however, on the point. Able to take down Ashe pretty swiftly, and it's just Lucio there on the point. Looks like Mercy is coming back, able to provide some healing. Able to hook Mercy, but not finishing off there, having to reload. And there, down goes Mercy. And Lucio's going down as well. Now, I will say the one thing about bots, and you'll observe this, and HU will obviously get to see this as they're attempting the first run. The bots do like to go back when they're missing some heroes and regroup, which I think is a smart tactic overall. However, if just a couple people go back, then they will go down. I do like to see that all. They are able to get Hanzo, Winston, Lucio, Zarya, Mercy, and almost able to get a team kill, just Ashe, and finishes off the team kill. That was a great play there by Doxic. Doxic making it look easy here so far. I do like the picks though. Choosing some of the I'll say sniper characters along with Winston and Zarya, I'd say that's a pretty solid pick. Lucio with that speed boost can be pretty problematic, and then Mercy with the constant healing and damage boosting can also be pretty tough. Doxic is taking quite a bit of damage here. Little less than half health, but with that self-healing, they're able to stay alive. The AI are able to get second tick, but Doxic comes back with an ult. Bob is popped and beat is dropped. Doxic looking pretty low, having to go back into the room to get some health. And the AI are able to take the point, and Bob from the AI Ashe is able to finish off Doxic. I like seeing them all grouped up here on the point. No one's going forward to kind of scout out where Doxic is. No one seems to have a care in the world other than to move the payload, which is pretty entertaining to me, honestly. But whatever gets the job done. Looks like Doxic is going to throw that new trap here, so we get to see that in action a little bit. Doxic is going to go ahead and pop ult again. We do see Guardian Angel, but it's not enough to keep the Lucio alive. Doxic is able to finish off Hanzo and Widowmaker. Looks like it is Zarya, Winston, Mercy, and Ashe. They're still fighting on the payload. Ashe is going to keep pushing the payload a little bit, whether the AI means to do that or not. You see AI Winston is popping his ult here as well. Another ult coming from Doxic, able to finish off Winston. Getting pretty good damage on Zarya. Does finish off Mercy, Widow, and does eventually get Zarya. Hanzo goes down. It's Lucio just pestering again. And Lucio goes down. Doxic is able to clear the payload here. Some pretty good pressure. Got a good shot there on Zarya, but with the bubble and with Mercy, able to survive. A Widow ult popped, but I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. Bob is coming back, but he goes over in the closet room there, so not really sure that that's going to be beneficial. But the AI, they're getting some good damage on Doxic, and Widow is able to finish Doxic off. Now, Doxic does have ult. Meanwhile, we have Grav and Dragons from the AI team. I'll be honest, I'm seeing a lot more ults than I expected from the AI. For whatever reason, they seem to want to conserve their ults a little more so than what you would expect, but they are using them, so I like to see that. Doxic able to get Hanzo down. Zarya is about half, getting some good damage. Does pop ult again. Able to finish off Ashe. Beat is dropped, but not able to save Ashe there. Doxic is able to finish off Lucio, so it's just Mercy offering their team support. However, Mercy does get the res on Lucio there. Doxic able to finish off Mercy and get Winston. Zarya's looking pretty low. Ashe is low. Widowmaker coming from behind here to get onto the payload. Lucio is also back there. Widow goes down. It is Hanzo and Lucio fighting on the point. Doxic able to finish off Hanzo, and it looks like Lucio is going to go down as well. It is Winston. Mercy is going to go ahead and res Hanzo, however. Let's just take a look here and see what Doxic is working with here. It's amazing seeing all the different areas that Doxic is taking damage. Being able to stay cool and collected during all this is good. As you can see, Doxic as Roadhog has a whopping 2,100 health going into this battle. Looks like Bob is going to get popped. And is taken down by Widowmaker. That is unfortunate. AI are slowly approaching the final checkpoint here to finish off this side of the map. Let's see what Doxic is able to do. Mind you, again, Doxic does have ult here. beat is dropped. Doxic is going to go ahead and ult. There is a Zarya behind, applying some pretty good pressure there on Doxic. I apologize. I thought I turned off Discord notifications. Doxic is going to go ahead and ult again. Able to get Mercy. Able to get Hanzo. Doxic looking pretty low. Another Bob is popped, but in the wrong direction. Bob is just hanging out by the stairs over here while Payload is far away. Able to finish off Ashe there. Bob is now gone, so that opens up some breathing room for Doxic here. Doxic able to finish off Winston. That'll be good. Able to get rid of some of the bubble. I do see another whole hog here in Doxic's inventory. Getting some healing off and then popping whole hog. I like to see that. Lucio is going to go down. Mercy is right there with him. Zarya goes down. It is overtime. Let's see if the survivability of Roadhog is able to prove beneficial. Winston goes down. It is just Ashe on overtime, but Ashe is not interested in pushing the payload. Doxic is able to successfully prevent the AI from capturing the final checkpoint. So that is good news for Doxic here. I'm looking over here at the comments as we're getting ready to start the next match. Unfortunately, I do not have a co-commentator today. The two individuals who would normally help me commentating are actually members of the Respawn Rangers team. So they are prepping for their match right now. So I am doing this all by myself, which is A-okay. Alright, so it looks like Doxic is going to stick with Roadhog, which is a good decision. I think Roadhog proved quite powerful with the self-healing as well as with whole hog. And then overall, just the health pool that Roadhog has proves pretty beneficial. Like I said earlier, if you weren't watching at the time, Roadhog with 3 times stats here in this Gauntlet game mode has 2100 health, which I don't know about you, but I think that's a lot. So I'm excited to see what Doxic can do here on attack. Again, some bugs that you'll see in the AI, maybe not even bugs, but they like defending the objective. As far as chokes or anything like that, they are not concerned. So Doxic is going to be able to just walk right up to the objective here. Able to get some pretty good damage there on Winston. Mercy trying to support. Very nice. Doxic is clearing the AI team pretty easily. One thing that I'm noticing, though, is Doxic's coming off the point a little bit. So that'll be good to see Doxic staying on the point. Being by yourself and trying to capture point is pretty difficult, I would say, in terms of facing 7 aimbot AI. As you can see, however, there is a red wave coming for the objective. Looks like Doxic is going to round the corner and immediately kill Ashe. Winston goes down as well. Mercy tries to get the res, but is stopped. Looks like it is Zarya, Lucio, Hanzo, and Widow here hanging out, trying to prevent Doxic from pushing the payload. Some really good attacking coming here from Doxic. And it's just Zarya hanging out in the back. Zarya is probably going to try and get back to their team, but is unable to do so. Doxic there continuing to push the payload with a good 4 minutes and 40 seconds to get to the second checkpoint. As you can see, leading the charge is going to be Zarya. Looks like they are going to take high ground, or at least Zarya is. And then the rest are going to go low. Mercy flying in here, putting herself in a pretty vulnerable position. Zarya does go down, Lucio goes down, Mercy goes down. Doxic looking pretty low, but Bob is popped there on the payload with that constant damage coming from Bob. Well, if he could see Doxic. Winston goes down. It's just Ashe and Bob. Bob does leave, and Doxic is able to finish off Ashe. You know, this is kind of impressive for me to see, as the AI don't seem to really know what's going on here. They're just falling straight to Doxic's Roadhog. Doxic looking pretty low, but able to get the healing off here. Zarya does go down. Whole hog is popped, but beat is dropped to counteract. Let's see if that's able to do anything with Doxic's 3x stats. Winston goes down. Mercy is flying across here. Mercy goes down. Ashe goes down. Hanzo goes down. Lucio goes down. Almost Lucio goes down. Able to stay away, but Lucio just keeps charging right into that whole hog. Looks like Winston's going to hop in with his ult pop to try and push Doxic away from the payload here. Lucio does go down. There's a Widowmaker hanging out back here, but they don't have any support. Zarya does go down. Winston's hanging out downstairs, and Widowmaker is hanging out in the corner here. Mercy is able to get the res, but at what cost? Bob is going to be right there, getting pushed back by Doxic, which will be good to get Bob away from the payload. Widow is still just kind of hanging out back here. Oh, and Doxic does finish Widow off. Quite a bit of damage coming in from this second team. Zarya there keeping, or Mercy there keeping Zarya alive rather. Whole hog is popped, but quite a bit of damage. Able to get Doxic pretty low, but unfortunately not able to finish Doxic off. Winston does go down. Widowmaker is just in there using SMG, trying to put some damage there on Doxic. Mercy goes down. Widow is going to go down as well. Looks like Zarya is there to pester Doxic. Another whole hog is able to be popped. Zarya goes down as well as Hanzo. Oh, I lied. Zarya is still alive. Res is used to get Lucio back up, which will be good to have both supports. But how long are they going to be able to stay there? Doxic kind of focusing the Mercy, which is definitely a good strat in terms of taking out the support first. Able to get Lucio, that is big. Then able to follow up and get Mercy. Winston goes down. Widowmaker is low and gets hit in the face with a hook. Sorry about half. Uses bubble and is finished off by whole hog. Bob is popped, but pushed all the way back to about where the final checkpoint is. So only a minute 50 left to travel this short distance. However, I will say Team 2 has a lot less distance to travel to get to the payload to pester Doxic. Another whole hog popped. Getting Winston down while he's ulting. Beat is dropped, however, to keep everyone alive as best as the AI team can. But again, they don't entirely seem concerned with the payload just getting rid of Doxic. They're all clear on the point for Doxic to just walk right in. Able to get Mercy, that'll be big. Doxic is almost entirely by themselves. able to get Zarya down. That'll be big. Lucia is there on the point. Bob is popped. But no one is going to stop Doxic from taking down this map. Good game to Doxic and coming away with this win.
Play of the game.
And here's the team kill we saw earlier. What a great play. Alrighty, so instead of doing what we would normally do as an intermission, to give a little bit of a break, but also to keep things moving, as we do have the exciting matchup coming up at 7 o'clock between HU Esports and the Respawn Rangers. Instead of taking that normal intermission, we're going to jump right to nerfing Doxic. We're going to talk a little bit there and see what's going through their minds as they won that first game, and then we will be right back. So let's take a look here. Hey y'all, how's it going?
What's
Pretty
up?
How'd
Pretty good.
you feel about that first game?
I feel better now.
Yeah.
We had like talked about the Roadhog rework a little bit, but I noticed like halfway through the game that she wasn't using her healing ability to its maximum potential. So we had to get that. We figured it out though.
Good deal. I'm glad to hear that. Well, as stated in the rules, because you did successfully win that first game, you are going to take a 0.25 times nerf to your stats, and then you are going to continue. I'm going to double check myself because I am prone. Yep, I did that. So I got to fix this. For whatever reason, whenever I change the stats on your team, it likes to send the AI to 300 times stats, and we do not want that.
Love that.
Yep.
We would notice that. I'm sure.
Yeah. So we are going to double check that. Heroes, yep. So down to 275. So still proved to be a pretty good matchup, I think. So I am going to go into modes. So we did a hybrid map there. So we're going to go ahead and disable that, and the next one will be randomized. So it looks like we are doing Oasis here. Doxic, Prozac, you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot. Alrighty. So for those of us, or for those of you who are just now joining us, we are doing a special original game mode to the Overwatch Odyssey League that we have dubbed the Gauntlet. So Doxic, who is a competitor from the Huntington Esports program, is facing off against 7 aimbot AI. Doxic started with 300% time stats facing off, and Doxic did win the first match against these AI, so Doxic received a 0.25 times nerf to her stats in order to compete in this next one. So the lineup is going to look the same from the opposition or the AI, but Doxic is just going to have a little less health, damage, healing, etc. Coming here into this next matchup. So let's see what happens here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
And Doxic is already looking pretty low on health. 0.25 might not seem like a lot to be taken away, but that does affect just about all of Doxic's stats. I'm having to take a breath there in between or in the middle of doing the ult, and Ashe is able to take down Doxic. Winning that first game, I think, is pretty huge for Doxic, because if for whatever reason Doxic were to lose this match, then Doxic would receive the ability to receive a 0.5 times buff to her stats, which would then potentially allow Doxic to then win the odd-numbered matches, which would ultimately lead to Doxic being on top. But we'll just have to see how things play out. I'm not going to count Doxic out of this match just yet. Just because the AI got the point first means absolutely nothing. Whole hog is popped, but Bob is also there, and Doxic does go down. Does get Zarya, but is immediately rezzed there by the Mercy. Doxic is going to get hit by the dynamite, able to take a breath there to get some health back. Doxic is taking quite a bit of damage. I'd like to see... Doxic's going to have to do something here. Able to get Ashe, but Ashe is going to be rezzed. Not able to turn that corner fast enough in order to stop Mercy from getting the res off. Overtime is on. Doxic does pop whole hog. Able to get Zarya. Winston is low, but not able to be finished off before Winston is able to kill Doxic. That was a tough first round. Let's see what Doxic can bring to the table in order to beat the AI in the second round. Personally, you know, I think Roadhog is a very good choice. However, looking at sustainability and whatnot, I think all the green flags kind of point toward Roadhog. But the question is, you know, is there a better hero to take this on? I don't honestly know the answer, but we'll see what Doxic does. Looks like Doxic is sticking with Roadhog. The question still remains, what changes can Doxic make in order to come away with this dub? Down 0-1 in this control matchup here. We'll see what happens.
2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Here comes Doxic, and here comes the speed boosted AI coming onto point here. Able to finish off Hanzo.
The objective is now.
Able to finish off Zarya and get the bubble down. Needing to take a breath in between, or in the middle of the ult. Able to get Mercy. That'll be big in terms of fighting off this team. Ashe goes down. Widowmaker goes down. Lucio does go down to the trap. And Doxic is almost able to get the point, but there is a Hanzo here preventing Doxic from doing so. Only for a short while, though, as Doxic is able to quickly find and take out the enemy Hanzo. So as you can see kind of in the reddish outlines or blobs over here, after the Hanzo died, they all turned around and went into spawn. Alright. And they are going to just keep trying to push past Doxic and try and get to the point. With 7 of them on point, that'll prove pretty hard for Doxic to stop them. But able to get Ashe and Widowmaker, they do get away with capping point. Able to finish off Mercy. Again, huge to get rid of that Mercy early on in the fight. Zarya fighting within her own bubble and Winston's bubble here, gaining some shield back. Able to finish off Hanzo. And Zarya goes down as well. Doxic is capping point once again. I like to see the aggressive play here coming from Doxic, kind of pushing up off of the point, whereas normally some would think I have to be able to contest point at all costs, so I have to stay on point. I do like the aggressive nature of Doxic's positioning here. Not able to land the hook, unfortunately. Doxic is pushing through. Bob is put down, but way back, so not really beneficial here. Beat is dropped while Doxic is ulting. Having to take a breath in the middle of ult once again. On fire from Ashe's dynamite. Doxic getting pretty low. popping whole hog to take down Zarya. Winston trying to get Mercy but unable to, instead getting Ashe, who is immediately rezzed but traded for Widow. Ashe goes down again. Mercy goes down. Lucio goes down, and it's just that Hanzo once again. Doxic, however, not able to finish off the Hanzo before the rest of the team is able to get back, so unable to capture the point. Pushing him off with whole hog will be quite beneficial. Winston really low as he is ulting here. And Winston does go down. I do hear res. Mercy is going to choose to res the Widowmaker at the backline here. As you can see, Doxic does have almost 50% of the capture, but with the constant contested state of the point, unable to come away with the point in its entirety, so overtime is on. Another beat drop coming from the AI. There's just one left, and it's the Winston. Able to finish off the Winston before he can escape. It's just the Zarya here. And I see whole hog again, able to use that. Able to get Winston. Ashe is right there, Mercy's right there. And able to get just about the entirety of the team. There's just one straggler hiding behind, and I'm going to guess incorrectly. Oh no, I did guess correctly. It was the Hanzo. I just didn't speak it. I should start speaking my guesses more in order to, you know, maybe impress you guys from the viewing point of things. Able to pull in the Mercy. That was a great hook from Doxic. Taken away, I would say, the AI team's most valuable support. Taking quite a bit of damage here. Stopping to pop a breather. And keeps on shooting with whole hog here. Beat is dropped. Trap is triggered. And Doxic is getting pretty close. Able to get Mercy again. That is big. Now Bob is actually going to be in the fight. At least on this side, Doxic is going to stay in cover, though. Very smart move. Able to push everyone off except for Ashe, who is just hanging out here to prevent the game from ending. Hanzo goes down. Widow goes down. Winston getting pretty low. Doxic able to take a breath and get some more healing. Another whole hog. Looks like Mercy is back and popping Guardian Angel, but not able to do anything. Overtime ends, and Doxic comes away with a second round in this control game mode.
Score 1-1.
I would definitely say that was a hard-fought battle between Doxic and the AI.
Ready for battle.
The AI able to get the point all the way up to 99% before Doxic was ultimately able to come back and stop them and walk away with the victory in that round.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
AI team going low. Hook goes in, able to pull Lucio, but not able to finish Lucio off. Doxic is taking a lot of damage here. Able to pop whole hog. Let's see what that can do for Doxic. Able to get Winston off the map there. Able to get Widow. That's big there. However, the res does come, and getting Widow back up and into the fight. Mercy does go down. That is a huge pick for Doxic. Widowmaker goes off the side of the map. Beat drop is popped. Zarya goes off the side of the map. Hanzo goes off the side of the map. It is just the Lucio, but Winston is coming back to support. Winston goes down. Doxic is able to walk. I spoke too soon. Ashe goes down. And Doxic gets the point. Doxic's looking around here for the other team, expecting them to come low. Let's see if they do that. Looks like they are all going high. Mercy flying right into Doxic. I can't say that the AI are necessarily super smart, but that was an interesting play to say the least. Mercy flying in to do some battle in here, but does go down. Zarya taking quite a bit of damage, having to use first bubble here. And second bubble is not able to come out in time to prevent death. Another whole hog, able to get Widowmaker. Able to get Lucio, able to get Ashe, able to get Winston. Doxic is doing a great job here at holding this point. Hanzo immediately hooked and eliminated. Beat drop is popped, but not able to stop the majority of the team going off the side of the map. Mercy's Guardian Angel just kind of hovering above the ground, and Doxic is able to come away with the second game as well. I would say definitely a great game coming from Doxic. Like we said, Prozac team captain throwing in a tank diff. I love to see that. And here is that final play that we had just witnessed. Able to get the majority of the team off the point, finishing off the Guardian Angel Mercy, and then Widow to finalize the game. All right, everyone. So again, I'm going to hop into Discord chat with Prozac and Doxic in order to relay the information that Doxic will yet again receive another nerf as we go into the third and possibly final game for this first gauntlet run. All right, let's have a chat. Hey,
I was like,
up,
if it's
everyone?
a push map, I'm gonna be here for like 10 minutes. And look, and lo and behold.
Lo and behold, it's a
Hello.
push map.
Hello, hello.
Hey,
Hello,
map.
Esperanza.
so how are you feeling after the first round there when you were down? What was kind of running through your head there?
Definitely needed to. I think a lot of it was honestly the map, because the other 2 points in Oasis had in-game cover,
Definitely.
or like on-point cover, but the first one did not. So you had to play
Definitely.
off-point cover, and that was a big disadvantage.
Yeah, for sure. The AI Ashe liked to use Bob quite a bit, and when you had that cover, it proved pretty beneficial here. So with walking away your second dub of this matchup, you are going to receive another nerf, so you are going to be down to 250% time stats. So best of luck to you, and we will resume
Thank you.
here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this set up here to bring it to 200, not 350. Holy cow. 250 times. 250. Just double check the opposition is still at 100, and it is going to be a push map here. Just before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and take off control, so if there is a fourth match, it doesn't default back to control. All right, everyone, here we go. The third and possibly final game of this first gauntlet attempt. Let's see what Doxic can do with a little bit less health, damage, healing. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Initiating match.
So for those of you who are just joining us, this is the Gauntlet Run, an original game mode for the Overwatch Odyssey League, in which Doxic, a player from the HU Esports team, is competing against 7 AI at aimbot level. So Doxic, although the scorecard which I put up there has not changed, Doxic won the first 2 games. It is a best of 5 matchup, so Doxic still has to come away with 1 more victory. However, after winning the first 2 games, Doxic has received a total 0.5 times nerf to her stats. So let's see if with a little
4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
and immediately Widowmaker does go down, but the res is able to come off thanks to Zarya's bubbles. Doxic having to take a breath, but unable to finish off Hanzo. Whole Hog is popped already, but taking quite a bit of damage, unable to completely finish out Whole Hog in its entirety here. Doxic looking pretty low, as you can see the health on the left side, able to take a breath, but let's see if that is going to prove necessary in order to keep pushing here. Look at all this damage that Doxic has taken, very quickly down to half, and Doxic does go down to Widowmaker here. And the first checkpoint is reached with the robot here. Able to pull Zarya out, but unable to finish Zarya off here. Doxic did take quite a bit of damage in that fight there. Throwing down Pigpen, slowing down and dealing some damage. Able to finish off Zarya, that'll be big, taking off some pressure. Able to get Mercy, also an equally big play here. Widowmaker does go down. It's just Winston, and able to be finished off. Doxic is going to get some pretty good push here, optimistically. Hanzo charging in. Ashe also charging in. Lucio pushing as well. At this point, I think the AI Lucio is just trying to pester Doxic. Let's see if... Nope. Lucio does go down. Zarya is pushing in. I don't know if you heard that, but there was a Widow ult popped. Mercy's going to try and get the res, and is able to do so before getting eliminated. Another Whole Hog is popped with no support there. May be a real good time to use that ult. Zarya does go down. Winston taking quite a bit of damage and is finished off by Doxic as Hanzo and Ashe fighting. And Doxic is able to clear the AI team away from the point. And yet another whole hog. Bob is popped. Able to push Bob away to give some breathing room, taking cover away from the Bob. And the AI team is going to be able to get away with the point as they push Doxic away. Doxic trying to intercept them and the robot here. Able to get a solid pick. I like to see that patience there that you saw. Doxic was possibly considering going out there and trying to fight the team, but instead hesitated for a small second, found Mercy, hooked her in, and eliminated her. And it is just Lucio once again. Immediately, Whole Hog is used in order to prolong the push that Doxic is gaining here. I think from just about every angle Doxic looks, there's someone there to deal damage to. Almost got the Mercy with that hook there. Pigpen is thrown. Zarya really pushing in against Doxic to try and finish Doxic before they can take a breath, but unfortunately Doxic is able to survive. At least I should say unfortunately for the AI, fortunately for Doxic. And yet again another whole hog, but Winston is also going to ult. This may prove to disorient Doxic as Doxic is ulting here. Still able to get 3, however, with the ult. Able to get Hanzo, that'll be big. Mercy chooses to res the Widowmaker. Widowmaker does go down. Lucio going down, and it's just Mercy pinned against the wall. Not going down just yet, able to get bubbled and survive with such little health, but able to, like, again, survive. Ashe jumping in by herself there, quickly eliminated. That was a lot of damage coming from the enemy team. Doxic was able to take down Mercy, however, falls to the Widowmaker. Bob is pushed right in front of Doxic. just a minute left in this game mode here. Let's see what Doxic is able to do. Looks like the AI is going to go ahead and try and push on Doxic to prevent Doxic from touching. Beat is dropped, but it is not able to say Hanzo, Zarya, or Winston. Widow looking pretty low here with Mercy and Lucio to support. And Winston does get rezzed. Mercy wandering by herself here. Mercy does go down. Winston is just kind of doing his own thing over here. Overtime has been started. Let's see if Doxic is able to push the point all the way in here. Mercy res and Zarya here. Able to stay alive thanks to the Zarya bubble. Doxic able to get some good purpose out of Whole Hog. Still taking quite a bit of damage here. Able to get Hanzo. Stepping away from the point momentarily. Not able to stop the res, unfortunately. And Bob is on point as well. Doxic looking pretty low. Doxic does go down. And overtime ends. And that is the first win for the AI. Honestly, I don't think that Doxic has anything to be ashamed of after that matchup. Overall, some really good things, and using Whole Hog effectively proved to be effective. But, unfortunately, the AI did come away with the win. Alrighty, so as you can see, or if you can't see, if you don't have a clock or phone nearby you, it is 6:58. The matchup between HU and Respawn Rangers was scheduled to start at 7. We are going to go ahead and finish this gauntlet run, as the current score, Doxic and the HU Esports team has a score of 2, and the opposition, or the AI, have only scored 1, and it is a best of 5 matchup. So it looks like the next game mode is going to be Flashpoint. So we will go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and hop in chat here with Doxic and Prozac to see if they'd like to change any of the enemy heroes, or Doxic can receive a buff. Let's go ahead and hop in chat here.
Gosh.
Hey,
Dude,
what's
they're
up,
so
Prozac?
bad. Holy shit.
I fear I made
Hey,
I'm
Zorn.
dead.
Hey,
Water?
Prozac.
Sorry, my whole team follower this year.
No, you're good. You're good. Hey, so we have gotten to the point. So after Doxic lost that last matchup,
Right.
you can either receive a 0.5 times stats buff, or you can change one of the enemy heroes. What would you like to do?
We have a game right now.
Yes.
At 7.
Yep.
We have a game right now.
Yep. The other team is aware
So-
of it.
Okay.
We can. Well, here's what we can do. And I can give you this option. We are on stream right now. We
Yeah.
can either do the game and then finish this up afterward, or we can just continue. That's up to you.
Okay. I think the rest of our team is here and ready to play.
Okay.
So,
we can
I
do
think
that.
we can at least do that now,
Okay.
and then we can worry about everything else later, probably.
That works. Okay. We will do just that.
Okay.
Alrighty, everyone. So as you heard, and as Prozac observed, along with what we had just stated a little bit ago, it is time for the HU Esports versus Respawn Rangers matchup. So we are unable to finish the gauntlet at this time. So what we are going to do, optimistically, is we're going to go ahead and do the HU Esports matchup against Respawn Rangers, and then we will finish up the gauntlet before the end of the stream. So let's go ahead and get all that set up, and then we will be right back. everyone. So now that we have at least partially completed the gauntlet run for Huntington Esports, we bring to you the HU Esports v Respawn Rangers matchup, which I am very excited to see. So without further ado, the first matchup will be in escort mode at Shambali Monastery. Let's go ahead and get this started. So last week, Huntington Esports, they're on the left, faced up against Vanwar Odyssey. We're going to go ahead and pause the match here as they're figuring some things out. But just to give a recap here, HU Esports was able to beat Vanwar Odyssey 3-0. And Respawn Rangers faced up against the #1 team, Jade Dynasty, and lost 0-3. We did see some good things from both teams in their matchups last week. However, it'll be interesting to see what they're able to bring to the table for this matchup currently. I do like to point out Rat, who is playing, we saw a lot of flanking going on as Reaper, which proved to be a great strategy up against the Vanwar Odyssey team, as they were unable to deal with that adequately. Likewise, on the other side, we saw some pretty good things from the Respawn Rangers against their matchup with Jade Dynasty. Although they were unable to overcome their opponent, we'll just have to see what they can do coming into this next matchup here against their team. Alrighty, sounds like both teams are actually ready this time, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I apologize about that short delay. I'm not sure what the issue was, but we should be good to go. So the Respawn Rangers are going to start off on offense here. You see Lil Big is running Zarya, Cove on Kiriko, Jakey Wakey running the Reaper. So we'll see how that interacts with Rat's Reaper gameplay. Rybone playing Soldier and Pressed Ham playing Ana. On the other side here, for the HU Esports team, Doxic running Ana, Summer Bubble playing Zenyatta, Rat again as Reaper, Basic playing Bastion, and Square Love as Diva. I'm very interested to see how this game will undergo here. Especially I'm pretty excited to see that Reaper v Reaper matchup here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
As you can see, it looks like Lil Big is pushing up here on the right. The rest of the team is going to be pushing on the left, but it is just the start, so they're not getting too spread out already. Looks like HU is going to go ahead and hold the high ground up here. Jakey Wakey is going to try and push up against Square Love's Diva, but able to back out pretty shortly. Lil Big is slept here on point. They are going to try and push, but unable to finish Lil Big off before able to get away back to the support. The other interesting thing here is Zarya going up against that D.Va. It'll be interesting to see how long Square Love will continue to play D.Va against that matchup. Prestham able to take down Rat, so that'll alleviate some pressure and worry about a flanking Reaper coming in their backline here. Jakey Wakey does go down to basic. Looks like Square Love is going to push Rybone, who's all alone on the high ground. Pops healing, but quickly runs out of it. Square Love is going to be able to take down Rybone. Looks like Respawn Rangers are going to keep pushing the payload. Rat is back from spawn. Square Love applying some good pressure, but again, against that D.Va, or against that Zarya, sorry, it is going to be a tough matchup for him. Lil Big slept again. And Square Love is going to go ahead and use ult. Able to get Cove, who is unable to teleport away into safety. Lil Big getting discorded and taking quite a bit of damage. Basic does go down to Jakey Wakey, however, who is over here in the back line. It looks like Huntington is aware of him, and Doxic is able to take Jakey Wakey down. Respawn Rangers regrouping back here. Prestham is going to throw a grenade back into the HU lineup here to get some damage. Lil Big pushing here on Rat, almost by himself, but he is shortly accompanied by his team. Basic applying some pretty good pressure, but is slept by Prestham. Jakey Wakey is antied, so he quickly flees. And he is taken down by Basic. There's just a good fight going on here in this choke point. Looks like Respawn Rangers have got 3 ults on their side. Meanwhile, HU Esports has 4 on their side. They've got Nano, Tranquility, Reaper, and Artillery. Looks like they are going to go ahead and use Grav. Not able to get Rat. Tranquility's popped. Nano is popped. Almost able to get Jakey before he teleports out of there. Rat is able to get Lil Big. Doxic is able to finish off Jakey Wakey, though, before he gets away. Cove does go down to Rat, and they are pushing Prestham all the way back into spawn here. Prestham able to stay alive against Square Love here. Another ult coming here from Square Love, able to get both Rybone and Cove in the backline. Lil Big pushing against Rat, able to get Rat. Jakey Wakey with the ult in the backline, able to get Rat and finish him off from what Lil Big was able to do, but is slept and unable to continue. Square Love pushing in the backline there, able to get Prestham, but Jakey Wakey and Lil Big there to prevent any farther damage here. Visor is popped by Rybone, and it looks like Cove is going to go ahead and use Kitsune Rush to ensure that they get to this next checkpoint to extend their time that they have. And it looks like sorry, I keep doing that. Looks like the Respawn Rangers are able to stay alive here in this first round of the first game. They're going to go ahead and push here. I do see Rat sneaking up from behind. Let's see if the Respawn Rangers are going to be prepared for that. I see Prestham is looking. It looks like Square Love was able to take down Lil Big, so that'll be good to have. Rat taking quite a bit of damage there. Payload did make some progress, but unfortunately, maybe not as much as the Respawn Rangers would like. Summer Bubble able to take down Rybone. Basic is slept in the backline by Prestham. Throwing an anti, able to get that, and Basic is taken down. And Rat is slept by Prestham, who is trying to push in there. Jakey Wakey gonna go ahead and try and flank up here. And he is slept and killed immediately as he tries to put some pressure there on the back line. If you see what I see, Rat is going to try the same strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him. And Rat is taken down by Prestham. Prestham takes down Suburb Bubble. Square Love eats the grab. Basic nanoed here. Respawn Rangers making that push. Little Big is taken down by Rat. Rat getting able to get 4 counting Little Big, who was killed before the Respawn Rangers or before the ultimate was popped. Square Love able to finish off Prestham. That is effectively a team kill, which is not good for the Respawn Rangers as they have 3, 2, 1. And that is it for the Respawn Rangers on their attack. Let's see what they can do here on defense.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Alrighty, real quick, as we made the quick exchange to Gauntlet to game, I forgot to add the second account in order to keep track of stats, so unfortunately that is another user error. We will have all this down by the regular season, I promise you. But for now, we will make do with what we have as we are switching for the HU Esports program to be on offense against Respawn Rangers here. Some changes being made. Looks like Lil Big is going to switch to Orisa. Cove is going to try out Zenyatta. Jakey Wakey switching to Mei. Rybone is going to stay on Soldier, and Prestham is going to stay on Ana. On the other side, not a lot of change coming from the HU Esports side. But as we've said many times, if it's not broken, there's no need to fix it. They were able to hold Respawn Rangers from getting to the second checkpoint. So if they can continue to apply pressure like they did on defense, on offense, they're sure to come away with this first game.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
And it looks like HU Esports is going to go ahead and push there on the right side. They're able to take down Lil Big, who tries to attack them by himself. Rybone with some pressure being put on by Square Love. Looks like HU's goal here is to take out the Respawn Rangers before pushing the point. Looks like Square Love is going to start doing that. They must have heard me as I said that comment. Jakey Wakey isolated himself. Rat able to take down 2 in the back line. Looks like Prestham is back there, attempting to support Jakey Wakey, but unable to do so as Square Love takes Jakey Wakey down. And the ult coming from Square Love, able to get Prestham in the back line. Rat able to push on Cove, and the Respawn Rangers are left without any support. Rat able to take down Jakey Wakey. Lil Big by himself trying to fend off HU Esports, but with the whole team there, he does go down.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Looks like HU Esports is going to do the same thing that they had done there on that first point. Really apply pressure early in the fight. Lil Big able to take down Rat, alleviating some pressure. But again, Square Love eats another ult. Jakey Wakey's Blizzard this time is the victim here to Square Love's defense matrix. Lil Big is going to go ahead and go in. Cove is going to continue to protect there, but also Summer Bubble is able to keep everyone alive there. Rybone is able to get Square Love down with Visor. Jakey Wakey applying some pressure. Rat is back to support. Now the Respawn Rangers have 3.5 minutes here to keep the HU Esports away from getting to that spot right before the second checkpoint. If you can see over here, Rat is again flanking, and without the rest of the team here, I'm sure that the Respawn Rangers aren't really looking for him, or I should say her. I apologize, I got that wrong last time too. So we will see what comes of this flanking position. Rat checking out, scoping what they can. Rat does also have ultimate. Pushing there on Cove, not able to get him as Prestham is in a grenade. Square Love is nanoed. Summer Bubble able to take down Rybone. Square Love throwing in another Diva Bomb, able to get Cove and Jakey Wakey. Prestham in the backline, Lil Big looking low, switching back to Zarya, but down is just Prestham up here by himself. And HU Esports only has a little bit of time, or I should say distance to go. We do see a little Ana 1v1 here, and Doxic is able to take Prestham down. They have just a small amount of distance to go. Respawn Rangers have to step on point in order to prevent them from doing that. Rat does go ahead and pop ult to try and get that. Lil Big does go down. Jakey Wakey does go down. And it looks like HU Esports are able to come away with the victory here in the first game.
Play of the game.
Look at this play here by Rat. That was a great 4K. Alrighty, we're going to take a brief intermission here as we set up the next match. So bear with us, and we will be right back. Alrighty, welcome back everyone. As you can see here, we have got a matchup between the Respawn Rangers and HU Esports. Here in the second matchup, we have got a hybrid map at the one and the only Blizzard World. I don't know about you guys, but Blizzard World is probably one of my favorite maps. Partially, I would say, because of the game mode Mischief and Magic. Love that game mode. But anyhow, back to what's at hand. After the first matchup, the HU Esports team was able to come away with the victory against the Respawn Rangers, who weren't quite able to get to the second checkpoint, but HU was able to top that, and they came away with the dub. So we'll have to see. So again, it looks like the Respawn Rangers are on offense first. So HU Esports will have the opportunity to defend and prevent them from possibly capping point, but to push the payload in order to secure a second game win. Let's see what happens here. Lil Big did switch to Junker Queen. We saw him play both Zarya and a little bit of Orisa last match. Cove going back to Kiriko. Jakey Wakey now playing Soldier. Rybone with Bastion this time, and Prestham is going to go ahead and play Lifeweaver. This time we do have Doxic playing Ilari. Huddy your buddy subbing in for Bubble, as Baptiste. Rat is sticking with Reaper, and Basic is playing Symmetra. Square Love sticking with Diva. Let's see what happens here. Looks like Jakey Wakey pushing here on the side. Rat tried to counter that, but unfortunately had to come out to get some support. Lil Big getting some good pressure there on Square Love. Rat going pretty low, but Lil Big is going to have to play maybe a little less aggressive in order to get some support from his team here. Prestham is able to take down the pylon, so that'll be huge in terms of lowering the health of HU Esports. Looks like Lil Big is going to go ahead and challenge here with Cove, the high ground of the HU Esports. They are able to get Square Love out of mech and is finished off by Cove. That was a pretty good push together there. It does look like the rest of HU Esports minus Rat are up top. They are able to finish off Doxic. They are pushing pretty handily against the HU Esports team right now. Jakey Wakey with some good support shooting at the HU Esports team. Rat is grabbed and finished off by Lil Big. Lil Big doing, I would say, better this round as Zarya, as opposed to the last escort match. Square Love up on top here, trying to maybe flank and apply some pressure to the back line, but is quickly spotted by Cove and Prestham. HU making a second push here. Pylon is back from Doxic, so that'll be big. Lil Big does go down to Rat. Square Love pushing in against Jakey Wakey. Pretty low, but with the support of Doxic does go down. Rybone does go down. Cove here almost by himself with the support of Prestham, but the supports are coming back. Not going down just yet, but having to regroup with the rest of the team in the back line. Respawn Rangers were able to get 2 ticks on the objective here, so let's see what they're able to do to finish that out and start the payload. Looks like they do have Kitsune Rush and Visor, and I don't know about you, but a Kitsune Rush Visor is pretty terrifying, so we'll have to see how they can utilize that. Rybone looking pretty low. Life Grip was used in order to keep him alive. Looks like Jakey Wakey is off on the left here. Tree of Life goes up. Not quite able to finish off Rat. Lil Big here pushing up a little bit by themselves. Looks like the ult is popped. Able to get Rybone. That looks like about it, but Rybone does go down. Prestham's tree does go down as well. Lil Big is able to finish off Rat, but again isolating himself. Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and use Visor. Is able to get Huddy your buddy. Is also able to get Basic. Looks like Doxic and Square Love are going to have to retreat back to the objective in order to defend a little bit. Prestham giving some good support, jumping in. Doxic does go down as well. It is just Square Love against Jakey Wakey, Prestham, and the rest of the Respawn Rangers team. Square Love is going to go ahead and use ult. They are able to avoid getting taken out by the ult. Rat has come back, able to support Square Love a little bit. Square Love does go down to Jakey Wakey. Some good pushing here. I do hear Symmetra turrets getting set up. Let's see how long it takes for Respawn Rangers to acknowledge and destroy those turrets. Another grab here coming from Lil Big, and proves to be quite an effective one as they're able to remove all of the HU Esports players from the objective. It is just Rat who tried to contest, but is pushing back to regroup with the team. Definitely some solid playing from both sides. Looks like HU is able to conserve at least a couple ults in order to win this next team fight potentially.
Hello.
And quickly, Rat tries to ult in the backline of the Respawn Rangers, but is taken out by Rybone. You know, I was wondering to myself if that Bastion soldier was going to work out pretty well. And in fact, it does. Having that Bastion there when Rat is trying to flank in the backline can maybe make Rat rethink some decisions there. Looks like Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and pop Visor. Able to get Huddy Your Buddy and Doxic. That was a solid play. Basic hiding here in the room here to get away from the Visor. Rat pushing up top, but is taken out by Prestham. They're going to go ahead and get rid of TP, and they are able to get to the first checkpoint. Respawn Rangers are able to get there, give themselves some more time, a little bit more breathing room, and also force the HU Esports team to go back and regroup a little bit. As you can see, Rat is trying to take the flank again. Let's see if it pays off for her as she is in this spot. Able to get some solid damage against Jakey Wakey and able to finish Jakey off. You see a matchup here between Rat and Lil Big. Rat looking pretty low, but still getting some good support. I do like that matchup against Zarya with the Reaper. Using Window to advantage, but Window does go down. Respawn Rangers still pushing. Lil Big found Rat pretty quickly, able to take down the turrets. Symmetra ult used. They are able to split Respawn Rangers. Doxic is able to take Rybone down. Cove able to rejoin, but leaving Jakey all by his lonesome here. He is taken down by Square Love. Rat pushing in. I like the aggressive gameplay, able to stay alive with the fade there. Lil Big doing some good damage. The pylon is back down, or should I say up, but shortly goes down as the Respawn Rangers find it. Rybone shooting away at the back line of HU Esports, unaware that Rat was there applying pressure, but Prestham able to life grip and save Rybone. Another good grab there by Lil Big, able to get Basic and Doxic. Huddy Your Buddy, Square Love, and Rat back here defending. Looks like Rat does have ult as well as Doxic. Meanwhile, on the Respawn Ranger side, it is only Kitsune Rush. Going in, they've only got 40 seconds to finish this out, so with the ult advantage, it'll be interesting to see, and also a Diva Bomb, that'll be good. Window used to take out Lil Big. Cove does take down Rat, so that'll prevent Rat from being able to use her ult, but with Window up, Doxic having their ult, and Diva Bomb, there's a good push there from the turrets, but mainly from Square Love applying pressure there. Prestham putting Tree down in order to get some sustainability there. Bubble able to prevent Doxic's ult from being effective here. They're going to have to push in. Overtime is not popped. Respawn Rangers are unable to get to the point, and that will be it. They are just shy of the third checkpoint, though, so that does still leave a lot of distance for the Huntington Esports program to make up here.
Initiating match.
So going into this next match, I guess since I'm just kind of talking to myself with no co-commentator tonight, looking at some changes that the Respawn Rangers made in that attack round for them. You know, seeing Little Big quickly switch back to Zarya to counter Square Love, I think was a good decision. Overall, they had a lot of really good pushes. HU Esports able to ultimately hold them off. But for the most part, it looked like Respawn Rangers was pretty much owning that game right there until the end. So we'll see if they're able to duplicate that here on defense. Looks like they're sticking with a very similar composition, if not the same, minus Prestham is switching to Ana rather than Lifeweaver. And then on the HU Esports side, they are going to be running the same comp here. So let's see how that works for him on attack.
Defend objective A.
Looks like HU is going to go ahead and go into the building here for a little bit additional protection here. Little Big standing the ground pretty well with the support of Rybone, Cove, and then of course all the supports. Looks like they're going to have to do something else, but I do hear some Reaper action in the back line. Basic and the rest of the team is going to go ahead and go up to high ground. Rat looking pretty low and is taken out by Rybone. Again, that Bastion proving to be pretty effective. Square Love, however, able to take down Zarya. So we'll see. Yep, they're pushing in there against the Respawn Rangers. Rybone goes down. Jakey Wakey does also go down. Cove goes down and is just Prestham there to defend the point and is taken down by the HU Esports team.
Objective lost. Stop
So I was
the
talking
payload.
about a little bit earlier how dominant the Respawn Rangers looked when they were on offense, but I mean, that was a really fast cap by the HU Esports team. They're looking much better with this composition, I would say, on offense than they had on defense. And maybe that's just the essence of the side you're on. But you know, that's why we do competitive games rather than quick play games, because the side that you're on does matter as far as offense versus defense. And Squirrel going to go ahead and pop all. Rybone saved by Zarya bubble here, but Little Big again isolated. Looks like Little Big does have full charge here. Jakey Wakey able to take down Rat. I do see Basic up top with Symmetra. Spreading out a little bit, but trying to put some pressure on the backline here. Immortality does go down. Quite a bit of damage. How do your buddy looking pretty low? Doxic popping all here. Able to get just Cove, but unable to do anything with it. Grav is popped, but not effective. And or it got eaten and I missed it, so I apologize, Square Love, if you yet again ate another ult. I like seeing both Basic and Rat kind of push from different angles. Square Love charging in, able to finish off Rybone. Definitely alleviating some pretty high damage coming from him. Lil Big also goes down. Jakey Wakey goes down. Looks like it is just Cove and Prestham again. Cove does go down, it's just Prestham, and he goes down as well. So with almost 3.5 minutes left, looks like the HU Esports team is able to get to the first checkpoint here. I like that pylon position that Doxic has, just putting it on the back of the payload, because that makes it kind of hard for the opposing team to get to, and it gives good healing to your team as well. Little Big pushing in, being nanoed. And there they're able to take out the pylon. Little Big getting pretty low and goes down to Basic. Cove trying to escape, but is unable to do so. Huntington rounding the corner here, getting pretty close. Does look like Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and use Visor from the backline here. Is getting pushed by Square Love. Let's see what they're able to do. And Jakey is able to get back here. Ilarial going up and lands. Lil Big goes down. Prestham goes down. And HU is able to come away with the second game.
Play of the game.
It's a good play there from Jakey Wakey. Alrighty, and yet again we are going to take just a short intermission as we proceed to the next match. Alrighty, welcome back, and thank you for waiting as we get everything set up for the next match. We have got Huntington Esports leading with 2, and the Respawn Rangers having none. I would like to point out that the games have been pretty close, as you can see by the scoreboard. Respawn Rangers able to get 1, but not enough, as HU Esports gets 2 on the first game mode. And then on the second, Respawn Rangers getting 2. But again, HU Esports able to triumph over that and able to get it past them. So with push map here at Coliseum, it'll be interesting to see what the teams do. These are pretty close games, and I'd like to see if Respawn Rangers can do this, can finish out, push the robot farther than HU Esports and continue this match. So let's see what happens. Looks like on the Respawn Rangers side, Lil Big is going back to Junker Queen. Cove trying out Bastion here. Jakey Wakey with Sombra. Rybone sticking with Bastion. And Pressed Ham on Ana. Doxic sticking with Alari for the Huntington Esports. Huddy Your Buddy still on Baptiste. Rat still on Reaper. Basic switching to Soldier for this, and Square Love sticking to Diva. Like Rat's going to go ahead and push in, but is immediately antied by Pressed Ham. Getting some good support to Lil Big, but unfortunately not enough. Cove does go down to Doxic, and Basic is able to take down Lil Big, pushing there in the front line. Some good pressure here coming from Square Love, pushing on Rybone, and able to get Rybone. Looks like it is just Pressed Ham. Jakey Wakey taking down the pylon in the back line there. Pressed Ham able to sleep and hopefully get away from Square Love. We'll see what happens here. And is not quite able to survive. Looks like Jakey Wakey goes right in the middle, but is unable to get away from the Huntington Esports team. Cove looking pretty low, does put Immortality down to keep the team alive. Biotic Grenade comes down. Huntington is really getting some good pressure against the Respawn Rangers. They're already at the first checkpoint. Looks like Lil Big is nanoed. Let's see what they can do with it here.
How many of you drongos are there?
And the Respawn Rangers are able to take down the Huntington Esports team with a nanoed Junker Queen popping ult. I do like to see that play, and it is able to create some breathing room for Respawn Rangers, as the Huntington Esports already managed to get to the first checkpoint. So let's see what the Respawn Rangers can do here on offense, I'll say, as they're pushing the robot. Jakey Wakey taking quite a bit of damage here. And Rat is antied and taken down with the help of Jakey Wakey and Rybone. Goes down pretty low. Alari ult is popped, able to get Lil Big. Some pretty good damage there. Pressed Ham keeping him alive. And the Respawn Rangers are pushing him away. Basic is going to go ahead and pop Visor. Is able to get Cove. Pressed Ham does go down as well. Looks like Rat and Basic are both down as well, and Jakey Wakey is going to counter Visor here. With the help of Rybone, they take down Rat again. Lil Big taking quite a bit of damage there. Doxic and Square Love applying quite a bit of pressure here, able to take down Rybone, Lil Big, and ultimately take down Jakey Wakey. So the HU Esports is effectively on offense as they're pushing the robot back to that first checkpoint that they had it at. Square Left pushing up, trying to get some pressure here. Huddy Buddy looking pretty low. is antied, but unable to get taken out here. Lil Big is pushing basically a 1v5 and is taken out by Basic. Looks like Rybone and Jakey Waker on the high ground. Prestham facing off against D.Va, but D.Va coming back to support the team as they're pushing the robot here. And D.Va Bomb is popped. Able to get Cove and Jakey Wakey. I'm not even sure. Oh, there was Cove back there. And Jakey Wakey going down the stairs with Prestham. Rybone getting pushed away and is nanoed here. Let's see what he's able to do with that. And unfortunately, he is not able to get anything. Rat does flank around and take down Prestham, so eliminating some support that Rybone might have otherwise had here. And Window is popped there by Huddy. Oh my goodness. Another Junker Queen ult was about to go down, but Rat was able to take down Lil Big before it got off. The Respawn Rangers are taking quite a bit of damage. Basic does take Prestham down. And they're getting close to the finale here. Doxic is able to take down Jakey Wakey. Artillery is used. Looks like Basic is going to go ahead and use Visor with the combination of Alari ult. Let's see what happens here. Square Love able to take down Rybone, even though Rybone was able to demech Square Love. But ultimately, in the end, HU Esports was able to come away with the victory for that last game and take the dub for the match.
Play of the game.
Yep, this was that play right here. Cove is able to take down Doxic. Immortality is there as soon as that goes down. And a great play there. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is not going to be the end of the stream, however, as we do have to finish up the gauntlet run. Doxic was holding it at a 2-1 lead against the AI, but that is it for the HU Esports Respawn Rangers matchup. Unfortunately for the Respawn Rangers, they are going to come away with 0 points again going into the third week. HU Esports keeping up their streak with 6 points for. So some good performance here from the HU Esports team, and I'm excited to see what tomorrow brings, as we have got the Jade Dynasty and Gum Guzzlers matchup. So we're going to take just a short break as we're getting the gauntlet set up, and then we will be right back, so bear with us here. Alrighty, everyone. So we are back with potentially the final matchup in the gauntlet run here for Huntington Esports. Doxic, as I mentioned before, was up on the series 2-1 against the opposition. So Doxic's stats, as she lost the last matchup, she will receive the 0.5 times boost to her stats. Meanwhile, the bots will stay the same. So I'm going to adjust these real quick here. Whoops. I'll fix that in a second. And the opposition. Alrighty. And so it begins.
Welcome to Odyssey. Initiating match.
So it's going to be a flashpoint match, which may prove difficult with 7 opponents on the other team.
Ready for battle.
And so to relay the events that transpired in the start of the gauntlet run, so Doxic did win the first 2, ultimately receiving a total of a 0.5 times nerf to her stats. And then because Doxic lost the last match, receiving a 0.5 times buff to her stats, essentially resetting this. So it'll be interesting if the game mode can dictate whether or not that will affect Doxic's ability to come away with the win, as with 300%, Doxic was able to get that dub.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
I will say, to increase the stakes, however, Huntington Esports captain had elected that if they do not win this game mode, they are wishing to forfeit the ability to play the final match and count their losses here. So there are a lot of stakes, as if the Huntington Esports team is able to come away with a dub here in the gauntlet, they are going to receive the ability to select the order of the game modes in any upcoming matchup here in the preseason. Doxic is able to get 3 here against the other team. Taking down Hanzo makes 4. It looks like it is just Lucio, Widow, and Ash. Widow does go down to the mine here. Ash is going to go down as well. It is just Lucio, and Lucio goes down as well. And Doxic is able to cap the point here. Looks like the opposition is going to go ahead and regroup a little bit. You do see kind of right here on your screen, Winston and Zarya are kind of pushing by themselves, while the rest of the team is back here just hanging out in spawn. So this is part of the AI that can, sometimes be a little bit glitchy. Looks like they are starting to move now, or at least some of them. And it looks like Doxic is going to go ahead and fight Winston here on point and take Winston down. This is just a reminder, I guess, as you're watching the AI push in, or at least that Winston push in by themselves, really grouping up with your team and pushing together can prove pretty beneficial. But it looks like the rest of the team is going to get here, or at least some of the team. Widow is going to push in. It is just Zarya and Lucio on point. Meanwhile, it looks like Ash and Hanzo are pushing in. Mercy and Winston still back there in spawn. And Lucio goes down. It is Zarya here fighting against Doxic. Ash is going to try and join the fight, but not in time as Zarya does go down. Bob is going to get popped. And it's just Bob and Doxic, but Bob does go away. Overtime is popped, and it looks like Doxic is going to come away with the dub. at least for that point. So Doxic, if you're unfamiliar with the Flashpoint game mode, Doxic will need 2 more points in order to secure the victory here in this matchup. Again, if Doxic does win, then they will receive the ability to choose the order of the upcoming game modes in any preseason matchup. However, if Doxic does not win, instead of opting to continue to try and get that benefit, HU Esports has elected to go ahead and forfeit the rest of the match, so this will be interesting. Nonetheless, it doesn't seem to phase Doxic as Doxic takes down Widowmaker, Lucio, Ashe, Mercy, Hanzo getting low as Zarya and Hanzo, and Zarya is by herself here. And Doxic able to finish off Zarya, so it looks like Doxic is going to go ahead and cap the point. All by her lonesome, Doxic is starting to reposition a little bit as the AI are regrouping and kind of doing their own thing. It looks like the AI, they do have dragons, they do have Grav, which in a normal game mode would prove to be a pretty good wombo combo, as some may like to call it. But unfortunately, they're unable to get that off as Zarya goes down. It's just Hanzo and Mercy here. Mercy does get pulled in while ulting. It is just Hanzo, and Hanzo goes down as well. Lucio goes down. Winston is going to go ahead and pop ult. Widow does get ult off, but doesn't really benefit the AI team as much as maybe they'd like it to. The AI are going to go ahead and start getting some progress there on the point with Bob there, but it's quickly pushed away. Winston goes down, Zarya goes down, Ashe is down. It looks like it is just Lucio, Mercy, and Hanzo. Mercy goes down, so Doxic is facing just a Lucio and a Hanzo. The trap almost killed Lucio in and of itself. With overtime on, Doxic is going to be able to go ahead and take the second point, needing only 1 more point to win both this game and the best of 3 matchup against the AI, which will allow them to choose the order again of the game modes in any upcoming matchup in the preseason here.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
And from the distance there, you see Doxic is able to take out the Widowmaker, who is kind of straggling by themselves here.
Unlocked.
Nonetheless, it looks like the AI are going to go ahead and cap the point while Doxic was taking care of Widowmaker. Let's see how long they're able to hold on to it here. The beat has been dropped, but Whole Hog is popped as well, pushing all of the opposition off the point. Not enough, however, for Doxic to cap the point here. Doxic taking some pretty serious damage, but with that 3 times healing and damage, there is a lot there for Doxic to recover. Doxic is able to take out Zarya and Winston. It is just the DPS and Lucio forcing Doxic down into safety and to cover to regain some health, which can give them a few extra numbers here on the percentage in order to get closer to capping that point. So let's see if Doxic's able to push without the remainder of the AI team here. And it looks like Hanzo does go down. Winston's going to go ahead and jump in. Doxic is going to use Whole Hog, but the beat is dropped, which allows the AI team to survive the Whole Hog, at least for a little bit. And Doxic is able to take down Zarya. Mercy goes down as well. That will be huge for Doxic, fighting the rest of these AI here. And Doxic using Whole Hog to try and get back to the point, but unfortunately the AI can't see it because it's hiding behind Winston. But the AI are able to get that, and it looks like Hanzo is able to use those storm arrows in order to finish off Doxic. So that'll be Doxic's first death, which I think is pretty impressive, all things considered. You know, 7 AI can be pretty overwhelming, but Doxic seems to be level-headed here in this matchup, but also the sustain of Roadhog I think is just about unmatched. Today actually was the release of the rework, and as I mentioned here at the beginning of the stream, we actually temporarily removed Roadhog from our roster for matches against other opponents, but here in the Gauntlet we're allowing it, if nothing else, just to test gameplay, but proves to be quite effective here. Another whole hog popped, able to finish off Winston here, able to get Ashe, Zarya, and Lucio's pretty low, but not quite finished off. Lucio is going to go ahead and hide to cover, and Doxic is probably going to be able to cap the point. Misses the hook, but that is not going to be much of a problem as Lucio goes down pretty easy, but they are going to contest point. Mercy tried to res Lucio, but left herself vulnerable there to Doxic's weapon with 3 times damage. So not something there that Mercy's going to outlive. Winston is going to push in, lays down bubble, does take quite a bit of damage. Zarya does go down. Winston's pretty low. Ashe goes down as well, along with Widowmaker. Lucio is back, trying to support the team, but is unable to do so. Doxic right in there at 25% on this third matchup. Doxic playing a little bit aggressive here. As we know from the control point, or the control game mode that they played, the AI seemed primarily concerned with the objective and not so much the opposing team, regardless of how powerful they may be. With that being said, they do capture point again, but at the cost of losing Mercy and Hanzo. Bob does go out, but Bob ends up almost going off the side of the map. Meanwhile, Doxic does take out the rest of the team here. Let's see if the opposition is able to get to the point. They are not, and Doxic is able to secure the victory. And not only does that complete the matchup against the opposition, but that does give the HU Esports team the opportunity to select upcoming game modes. I know that's like the 3rd time I said that, but I just wanted to make sure that it was clear that winning this can prove to sway an upcoming battle in the future here against upcoming teams. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and sign off for the night. For all of you that joined us from start to finish, I do appreciate you being here. Again, we can't do this without the supporters, and as always, I appreciate all of the competitors playing tonight, both in the matchup between the HU Esports team and Respawn Rangers, but also here competing in the Gauntlet. So for all those of you who are here, thank you for being here, and we will see you tomorrow for the matchup between Jade Dynasty and Gum Guzzlers. Thank you for watching the Overwatch Odyssey League. Have a great night.